Let us pray that as Saint Francis Xavier opened up his heart to Christ, we too, no matter what or how big our ambitions and desires may not be deaf to Christ's call in our lives.
The Society of Jesus, whose members are known as the Jesuits, is a religious order of men within the Roman Catholic Church. St. Ignatius of Loyola and six of his companions founded the Society of Jesus in 1540. It was in that year that this group received formal approval from the Pope, then Pope Paul III. One of his first companions was the then professor of the Paris University, St. Francis Xavier, who came to India in 1542. He opened the first Jesuit school in Goa in 1543. It was named St. Paul's College. Nothing exists of this institution today except its memory, but it was the predecessor of hundreds of other schools and colleges that are spread all over the country. Jesuit communities and apostolic works are organized by provinces and regions that belong to 6 conferences around the world. The Jesuit Conference of South Asia covers Jesuit life and service in India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. The most important apostolate of the Jesuits was and is educational apostolate and is respected in the world for this. In South Asia, Jesuits are running hundreds of primary and secondary educational institutions. All these are linked together under Jesuit Education Association of South Asia. Today, in India, the Jesuits conduct not less than 118 primary and middle schools, 149 high schools, 41 university colleges, 22 technical institutes, and 11 business administration institutes with 11,225 teachers, educating 324,538 students belonging to every social class, community, linguistic, and socioeconomic groups receive their education. Jesuit institutions are committed to the cause of social justice and peace in a global milieu. The founder of the Society of Jesus, St. Ignatius, wrote in his treatise titled Spiritual Exercises of St. Ignatius of Loyola that man is created to praise, reverence, and serve God, our Lord, and by this means to save his soul. The resolve to work for the greater glory of God has ensured their nurturing presence in the remotest and most deprived parts of the globe. In the field of education, Jesuits are committed to the intellectual, spiritual, and moral growth of students into a whole person. Father Pedro Arupe was a Jesuit general from 1965 to 1983. He was a charismatic person who experienced the miseries of the poor people in Japan during Second World War and afterwards. When he became the general of the Jesuits, he carried with him a wealth of experience, and these formed his future plans and actions. He felt that the Jesuit alumni can be organized into a power that can change the poor people all over the world. With this idea in his mind, he asked all the Jesuit provincials to start alumni association in their schools, colleges, and other educational institutions. He wanted to change the Jesuit alumni into men and women for others, and thus the Jesuit Alumni Association started. On the top level, we have the World Union of Jesuit Alumina, that is WUJA, with headquarters at Spain. On the country level, we have Federation of Jesuit Alumni Association of India, that is JAAI, in India with headquarters at Kolkata. The Alumni Association is the most important dimension of an educational institute. It reflects a lot about the quality of education imparted in that institute. Upon completion of formal education, students begin their journey in the huge world. Many of them attribute a lot to the kind of education, grooming, opportunities, co-curricular activities, and facilities provided by their alma mater. Many students like to come back to their alma mater that has been a very important part of their memory. They like to give back to their alma mater by giving their valuable time. They feel obliged to the institute that opened new avenues for them. Alumni are able to help out schools in multiple ways. They help through mentoring, networking, and traditions. Good alumni networking benefits alumni as well as the institution. Alumni are also an important part of an institution's advancement activities as well for many reasons, such as alumni are great role models for current students and are often well placed to offer practical support to students as they start their career. Alumni are institutions' international ambassadors. They take their knowledge of the institution to their hometowns and countries and into their professional and social networks. Alumni are an institution's most loyal supporters. Alumni are fundraising prospects. Alumni generate invaluable word of mouth marketing among their social and professional networks. Alumni are often in the position to engage the expertise of the institution in their professional lives. Federation of Jesuit Alumni Association of India, JAAI, JAAI. The Federation of Jesuit Alumni Association of India is an association of all alumni associations of Jesuit academic institutions in India and is affiliated to World Union of Jesuits Alumni, that is WUJA. It hopes to bring together all Jesuit alumni in the country together and direct their energies for the betterment of the society. As beneficiaries and as inheritors of the Jesuit Ignatian legacy of education, the members of several alumna associations have come together to form a federation bonded in love and fellowship, endeavor to become men and women for others. The meet in Chennai in 1995 was the first congregation of Jesuit alumni in India. Till then, there was no officially formed body of the alumna at the national level, and it was an effort undertaken by the alumni associations of the southern provinces led by Loyola School alumni, Chennai. A constitution committee was later formed under the stewardship of Father P.C. Matthew, which gave alumni movement in India its name, character, constitution, bylaws, and zonal council structures. This was accepted in the Kolkata Congress in 1999. Thus, JAAI was formed. Since then, it has taken shape as an organization. The purpose and objectives of the Federation are to bring all Jesuit alumni associations of India together for consolidating the voice and efforts of the Jesuit alumna of India and to provide a forum for networking, interaction, and exchange of ideas and thoughts between different alumna associations of India. To encourage formation of alumna associations in Jesuit institutions in India where such associations are not existing, and also to revitalize the existing Jesuit alumna associations and to make them active. To foster links with alumna associations in other parts of the world, to act as the voice of the Jesuit alumna of India and to represent them before world bodies like the World Union of Jesuit Alumna and to participate in the World Congress. To play a constructive role in shaping of public policies in favor of secularism, alleviation of poverty, JAAI has been women, divided nationally into four marginalized, north, south, safeguarding of central, human rights, north zone preservation of the environment, Patna, and spread of literacy, Delhi and Kohima provinces. South zone comprises of Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madurai provinces. West zone comprises of Goa, Pune, Bombay, and Gujarat provinces, and the central zone comprises of Dumka, Raiganj, MP, Hazaribagh, Jamshedpur, and Ranchi provinces. 4 representatives per zone, Jesuit advisor and province coordinators for alumni, patron and permanent invitees form the governing council of JAAI. The Zonal Council comprises of 4 representatives from each province and PCAS. The Zonal Congress are usually organized 6 months before the National Congress, which are held every 3 years. The first Congress was held in Chennai in 1995 and the second in Kolkata in 1999. The third National Congress was held in Mumbai in 2001 and fourth in Jamshedpur in 2004. The fifth Congress was held in Trivandrum in 2007 and sixth National Congress of JAAI was held at Patna in 2011. The seventh National Congress was held in Ahmedabad in 2014 and the next Congress is supposed to be held in 2017 in Central Zone at Ranchi, Jharkhand. Activities. JAAI is a forum for networking between alumni from across India to play a role in shaping public policies in favor of secularism, poverty alleviation, women empowerment, upliftment of marginalized, safeguard of human rights, preservation of environment, and spread of literacy. Blood donation drive. Many Jesuit alumni associations across India joined hands in the JAAI's national program. The blood donation drive was kick-started on the Gandhi Jayanti, the 2nd October 2011. The basic concept was to have a common activity carried out by all the alumni associations across India and of doing something nationally under the JAAI umbrella on a regular yearly basis. This is probably the first time that Jesuit alumni organizations across India have acted as one for a very noble cause. The number of donors, the number of units of blood collected, and media coverage were performance indicators which were monitored locally. At the national level, the priority focus was to popularize blood donation for saving life. The other national objective which emerged was to make this a permanent feature in the JAAI's annual national calendar. Environmental drive. The JAAI Environment Drive is simple yet effective locally as well as for our country. JAAI activity participates in the Environment Day organized by the Jesuit institutions. Related skits are performed by students. Experts are invited to highlight the importance of the protecting and enhancing our environment starting locally. In the spirit of Think Local, Act Global, saplings are planted on the campus. Students, alumni, and staff make efforts to get as many plants of trees and plant them on campus and also share such saplings with other Jesuit students and institutions. key areas: rainwater harvesting, community composting, tree plantation, and solar energy. The environment drive has taken the form of community composting for disposal of dry and wet waste. The Jesuit institution benefits by the green cover. The students get fresh air, green pollution free environment, learn about water saving, campus cleaning, carry this basic important knowledge back home and contribute in their households. Alumni members also get to know how they can enrich their societies with green cover, water management plans, cleanliness drive, etc. It also serves as a platform for a unified student-staff management parent-alumni bonding session, along with academic knowledge about the global warming, causes and remedies, water management, greenhouse effects, and basic nature. Student Exchange Program. One of the resolutions of the 7th Congress of the WUJA in Burundi in July 2009 was to initiate exchange of students between Jesuit institutions, in particular in the Southern Hemisphere. The alumni associations of Burundi and of India immediately developed an exchange program. This illustrates the type of synergies that can be implemented between Jesuit institutions with the intermediation and efficient assistance of the alumna associations. One can easily figure out how much the students themselves and their respective countries will leverage on these exchanges. This is an example of concrete, efficient, and useful cooperation between alumni associations at international level. Alumni Exchange Program. The Spanish Federation and the Indian Federation have dreamed about twinning through an alumni exchange program, that is AEP. Through the efforts of Mr. Gonzalo Fabregas, President of the Spanish Federation, and JAAI, the pilot group of Spanish alumni comprising of 10 members came to Kolkata in 2007. As a return visit, the first Indian alumni group from JAAI visited Madrid, Garazona, and Barcelona in Spain from 18th to 27th September 2008 for sharing thoughts and ideas with the Spanish alumni for social service and for bringing back best practices to our country as well as for cultural exchange. The objectives of the Alumni Exchange Program with Spain are as follows: to encourage international understanding and to give a fillip to the Jesuit alumni movement. As the basis of Jesuit education is to create men and women for others, the program aims to provide opportunities for action. The alumni will become sensitive to and assist comparative social and human problems in Spain and in India. The alumni will act as cultural ambassadors of their countries. To strengthen bonds between alumni of different countries and to expand horizons. To boost interest of younger members in the activities of their alumni associations. World Union of Jesuit Alumna, that is WUJA, WUJA. WUJA brings together former pupils or students of Jesuit schools and universities in the entire world in order to build international relationships between these people, to contribute to the mission of the Society of Jesus, and to promote the universal dynamic of Jesuit education. For these purposes, WUSA organizes world meetings of alumni around themes related to the commitment in the world and the society in the perspective of Christian and humanistic values as practiced and promoted by the Society of Jesus in its educational work. With its broad network of member associations, WUJA also launches and supports initiatives for solidarity or development, particularly in the field of education or in partnership with Jesuits. WUJA wants to federate and mobilize as many alumni as possible who are sensitive to this dimension of their education and interested in this global dynamic by reaching them among others via the alumni associations in the Jesuit schools and universities worldwide and the national structures or local groups of Jesuit alumni. The World Union of Jesuit Alumni, Alumna, sometimes known in short as ASIA, that is Antiqui Societatis Jesu Alumni, was established on 31st July 1956 in Bilbao, Spain, during a congress held on the occasion of the fourth centenary of the death of St. Ignatius. This congress adopted a statement known as the Magna Carta of Loyola, setting out a number of general objectives, insisting above all that the alumni actions should be strictly linked with those of the Society of Jesus. At that time, the union was known as the International Movement of Alumni. It has no statutes or a formal organization. It laid on the personal commitment of three strong personalities, Enzo Sela and Pietro Aronino from Italy, and Theo Lombard from France. The union is an international society with spiritual, cultural, and social purposes. It plans to carry out its activity in every country. Its officers and council can meet either in its registered office or in any other place in the world. The union's objectives are the following: to preserve and develop bonds of friendship, communication, and solidarity among alumni alumna throughout the world, to encourage alumni alumna to cooperate actively with the Society of Jesus in its various missions, particularly in education, spiritual life, community service, and social justice, to help alumni alumna to stand by the education which they were given and based on Christian humanism and Ignatian spirit above all, so that they play their part through their personal life and their social action in the building of a world where persons can fulfill themselves with complete dignity. For this, to encourage them to address their minds to all issues of spiritual and moral life, leading to personal and collective commitment. To offer alumni alumna the opportunity of continuing formation to help them to integrate their Ignatian obligations into their personal and professional lives. The Council of the Union is made of 17 members, 4 ex officio, the President, the Vice President, the Secretary, and the Treasurer, 13 elected by the Congress on the basis of 2 each, for Africa, Latin America, North America, Europe and South Asia, and of one each for the Middle East, East Asia, and Oceania. India comes under South Asia. Mr. Naresh Kumar Gupta and Mr. Krishna Kumar Vij, both from India, are representing South Asia in WUJA, and the WUJA treasurer, Mr. Ronald De Costa, is also from India. The Union's General Assembly, called the Congress, earlier held every 6 years and now every 4 years, is open to every former student of an educational institution or of Ignatian inspiration and an individual member. The first Congress was held in Bilbao, Spain in 1966, and the second in Rome. The next Congress was held in 1966.
We live for others to give and count no
more. And the sixth in Kolkata, India.
We are not just faces in the crowd, pledged to make a difference.